Hey guys, this is Tina. It is Sunday and Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to everybody. I don't know if any dads are watching this or not, but um, it's another excuse to say the word happy in a day. So happy Father's Day to everybody anyway. Um, so this video is on the anorexia topic. Also, there's a question from someone out there about what was it that propelled me to recover and to achieve a healthy weight again. Um, and I would say my answer for that kind of relates to hope. Hope and remembrance and belief. What I knew at the time that I was trying to recovery is that I was trying to recover is that I had been dealing with anorexia in one context or another for about 7 years. I knew what my life had been like with that. I didn't understand it fully, still don't. I accept that I probably won't. Maybe I will. I'd like to someday understand the whole story and, you know, how it all interrelates and stuff, but maybe I won't. But I kind of accept it as it is. But anyway, at that time, I was with the anorexia. I knew what my life had been like for that 7 years or so, and how miserable I felt in that present now of where I was, and I wanted my life to be different. um, there was a lot of pain, and I think every person who has dealt with an eating disorder knows exactly what I'm saying. But the pain and the confusion and the fear, the unrest that can exist in every single moment of existence when you have an eating disorder was not something that I wished to continue. I'm not trying to say that every single person experiences that, but I know that at least the proportion of moments or descriptions of life such as that were at least very high for me, and I feel others that I've encountered with the disorder, past and present. But anyway, I think everyone out there can also relate to the concept of at one point in our lives, we were all pretty carefree. We were all kids once. Um, Everybody's childhood is different. Everybody's adolescence is different. And we all have challenges at those times in some form too. We all cry. We have moments of not feeling well. Some of us have what we consider to be traumatic experiences also that can actually contribute to the eating disorder. I'm not belittling those experiences either, but I think that we can all identify, remember, and cherish moments in our lives where we've been carefree, kind of centered within ourselves without even having to try to be that way, and just thriving that way, playing, interacting with others, believing in ourselves, and trusting in other people, sharing unconditional love with people and ourselves, just enjoying the life, and believing that everything's okay or something, you know. Um, and living in vibrance. So I guess from a position of being absolutely miserable, which is where I was with the eating disorder, and looking back in my life on times when I knew that I'd felt better, not to say that things were perfect or whatever. I'm simply trying to say that I knew that my life had been better in the past, and in my head I kind of was also thinking, this is where I am in my life right now. This is what I have in my life now. This is the blessing of being alive right now. I don't completely feel like I deserve happiness. I don't completely understand what it is to be happy. I don't understand so many things, but I want to try. I want to try to remember what it is to feel alive and to accept being embodied as, in my case, Christina Dawn Morgan, the person that I was, that I am, and just the desire to have something better, and also to have health. Truly, one can describe it as fear, what I felt, and I think it would be very close to the absolute truth of what I was feeling at the time when I really got extremely dedicated to recovering. I was feeling extremely lucky to be alive, uh, but more so afraid, I think, of dying and having ruined my life somehow with everything that I'd managed to achieve destructively, in a physical sense for my body. I mentioned in previous videos that I was diagnosed with osteoporosis. I was having a lot of skin issues, like my hair was falling out, my nails were very brittle. I was having digestive issues, like when I did eat food, my body was rejecting it. Nervous all the time, anxious all the time, extremely depressed, feeling suicidal at times, just very miserable existence. And that osteoporosis diagnosis, and I broke a rib from coughing, feeling my back was very weak, beginning to fear that every time I walked down a flight of stairs, that if I fell, oh my God, what if I, excuse my language, but wow, what if I broke my hip? What if I, starting to realize the scope of what my emotional, physical, spiritual, like, condition was leading to in my physical existence, was a great proponent for me to say, whoa, this is not what I want for my life, and this is not how I want to spend my life. That's what propelled me, I guess. Being afraid, yes, and but accepting it, accepting responsibility, for what I'd done, and believing, hey, if I got myself into this mess, I can get myself out. And when I say myself, I include God in that equation. For me, God is the source of all things. God is inside of every single person, every single thing on this planet and in the universe. I do believe in God. I believe in the source of all things and myself. And so I spend a lot of time praying, praying for peace. And in the years passing, like since that time, I've come to understand the concept of prayer and the concepts of God and existence, in more detail. And I know that every one of us will continue to do that through all of our existence, but at that time I was really, kind of relying a lot on exterior help, but also believing that I had it, and that I was capable of manifesting some of these changes in my life too. So belief, desire, and faith, and effort, I guess, were what propelled me to change. And acceptance, acceptance that this might feel really bad right now. For instance, the recovery, like starting to put weight back on, which was, for me at that time, like the worst thing in the world. Beginning to accept that process and say, I don't feel comfortable with it right now, but I will. And slowly but surely, the thing became okay. And I'll post more about this really soon, guys. I love you very, very much, and I hope that you are having a great day. Bye.